Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Abinyamanga Media for today's stories and detailed analysis from Kenya and all the four corners of the world.
Raila Amolo Odinga returned to Kenya, having spent time in Dubai after he lost the AUC position. He has spent significant time in Dubai, and I think he was planning or calculating some of his moves and how he's going to do his things under the ODM party in Kenya. Because he was seen there with some of his inner circle people, including Junet Mohammed, Simba Arati, and Hassan Joho. These are the people that Raila Odinga likes moving with or likes consulting. And these are the people, once they speak something, you'll still, or you know that this is what Raila Odinga wants. So, yes, he arrived to the country and met with President Ruto in this video.
I want to thank again my brother, younger brother, President William Ruto, who stood by me. He never asked me to run. I announced myself that I was going to run for this position of chair of African Union Commission. And he only came after I made the announcement to say that he was supporting my candidature. And he did support my candidature not just by words, but by deeds. He put up the machinery to help the campaign for me. I've seen billions being said, quoted, somebody's talking about 13 billion shillings spent on the Raila campaign. I don't know which world those guys live on, whether they know what a billion means. A billion shillings to do what? The money that was spent was the money that was necessary just to hire transport to travel around. And we were not living luxuriously. We were eating whatever was given to us wherever we went to. And many other African countries were very generous. They provided us accommodation and so on. So, but the government gave what was required. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs was available 24/7. And the other government departments to make appointment for me to be able to meet the leadership across the continent. So I want to thank my brother very profusely for their support. And I also want to thank the other leaders across the continent, those who voted for us. They are those who stood with us to the last moment and voted. And if we had wanted, we would have completely stopped the elections because they require 2/3 to be elected. And these leaders were ready to go with us to the end, and they would not have been able to get the 2/3. So I thank them. And I also thank those who voted against us, because in doing so they were exercising their democratic right. That's how democracy works. So we are not bitter at all. I congratulated my competitors, the candidate from Madagascar, the candidate from Djibouti, who eventually won, and wish him well, indeed. So we are available to help the continent of Africa, but more importantly, we are also available for Kenya. I'm back home here. I'm going to meet with my friends, my supporters, and I'm going to consult widely what's going on forward. And in due course, we are going to announce our way forward. So we'll give a way forward very, very shortly. Today, we just came to meet, asked for this meeting to come and thank the President and his team for the support they've given me. and also to thank the Kenyans who have supported me throughout all this period of campaign. And I just want to say, watch this space. I will be talking again. Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, that from that video, after the meeting, Ruto's allies came out and started talking about a possible coalition or union that's about to happen between ODM and the Kenya Kwanza government. And this coalition is going to see that President Ruto effectively grants government to 2027, and the possibility of ODM party supporting Ruto's presidency come 2027. But you know, as obvious in politics, you don't support anybody for just granted. There are demands that ODM party gave. They are speculated that there are demands that ODM party wants from the Kenya Kwanza government. And without further ado, in this analysis, we want to look into those demands and the possibility of ODM being given these demands. And ladies and gentlemen, I've always told you that ODM party and Raila Amolo Odinga are the people who are holding the presidency of President Ruto. And in any case, you imagine that now Raila Odinga withdraws his support from President Ruto's government. It will be very difficult for President Ruto to get re-elected in 2027 because the Mount Kenya region has shown all their ambitions to ensure that Ruto becomes a one-term president. And they have assured out they are saying that they won't support him come 2027. Now, if Raila Odinga withdraws from this Kenya Kwanza government support, refuses to support it, then there is no chance of re-election of President Ruto in 2027. And that's why ODM is confidently making these demands. Number one, they are demanding for the post of Moses Wetangula, that is the speaker's post. You saw the other day there was people demonstrating in Bungoma after those rumors of impeachment of Moses Wetangula came out. People demonstrated in Bungoma, and obviously the demonstration must have been arranged by a group of people to ensure that they protect Wetangula's post. So it's one of the posts that is on the table for discussion, the speakers of the National Assembly post, and that's what ODM are demanding. Number two is that House committees, different chairs of House committees, and this one I think it's been discussed and agreed that they are going to divide the House committees equally. This one is already discussed, and ODM is going to benefit from House committees. They are going to get an equal share like the Kenya Kwanza government of all House committees. Remember, there are a lot of people from the Mount Kenya region who are holding different House committees, including the likes of Ndindi Nyoro, are already losing their positions to ensure that they benefit the people of the ODM side who have come into the broad based government. Another thing that is in discussion is the majority seat in parliament. You can remember after courts ruled, High Court ruled that Azimio coalition is the majority coalition in government. Junet Mohammed went and sat on the majority leader in parliament, and there was all those chaos in parliament, and the Azimio leaders were demanding that they be given that post because that seat belongs to them. I think it's one seat also will be considered being given to the ODM side, and Junet Mohammed can be a beneficiary of that seat. And I think it's an easy seat for them to get because if you look at Kimani Ichung'wah, is a very close ally of President Ruto, and President Ruto can easily talk to him, can easily convince him, and tell Kimani Ichung'wah that because of the viability of winning the 2027 election, and because these people are making these demands, let's sacrifice your post, and I will consider you for a different position, or I will consider getting you or seeing you being in government in 2027. That's if Kimani Ichung'wah is not re-elected as the member of parliament of Kikuyu community Kikuyu constituency come 2027. President Ruto can make that promise so that Kimani Ichung'wah can step down from that majority seat, make a Azimio coalition the majority coalition in parliament, and give those majority seats to the ODM side. So Silvano Sosoro, Kimani Ichung'wah will be losers from those positions. So it's also another thing that is on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing that is on the table of discussion that people are discussing is the deputy president's position. And I think this one is the things that Kenya Kwanza government is not willing to give. And it's very difficult position to take off and give to another person. But because they have the numbers in parliament, it can be easily handed over to the ODM side. But what makes it very challenging is that the deputy president position was taken from Rigathi Gachagua, who is the Mount Kenya person, given to a different person from the Mount Kenya region, that's Kithure Kindiki. If Kithure Kindiki is ousted from being the deputy president, and let's say the people have always said that that seat fits Honorable Gladys Wanga, the governor of Homa Bay. Let's say Gladys Wanga is now appointed the deputy president. The Mount Kenya region, that's now even the Mount Kenya East region, will feel more betrayed. And a lot of Kenyans are going to sympathize with the Mount Kenya people. So this is one of the difficult positions, and we'll be seeing how things will be unfolding. But once this agreement is going to be signed, these are the things that are going to become or to be discussed on the table. What do we benefit? There are even demands for more CS positions, demands for more permanent secretary positions that are about to be made, and demands for even any position there's a rising in government, so that the ODM party can be willing to support the Ruto's regime now and during the 2027 general election. And there is no option for the Kenya Kwanza government. They must agree to these demands. They must agree to these demands because ODM party is the party that is holding their presidency, and Raila Odinga is one of the people who will determine whether they win, get re-elected, or they lose the 2027 general election. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Ruto will agree to these demands? Of course, the House Committee has agreed. Permanent secretaries, I think that's very easy for him. He will agree. A cabinet secretary position, I think it's very easy. He even gave them 4 positions in the broad-based government. Will he add more to them? But what about the position of the speaker? Because there are repercussions. You take from Moses Wetangula, you are losing the people of the western region. You take a deputy president position from Kithure Kindiki, you are losing totally from the Mount Kenya region, even those small people who are remaining to even try to divide the votes of the Mount Kenya region. Otherwise, I make a tell your comment. I'll take my more time to read and give you a response. Stay safe whenever you are.